Hi guys, it's Lisa's Finding the Redo. I'm a 57-year-old retired school teacher who needed to find her redo, and I have found that redo by reselling used clothing, shoes, hard goods, and now making YouTube videos. I am here today for Money Monday. Yeah, I'm here for Money Monday. And I'm going to tell you all the items that sold this week on 3 platforms that I sold on. I sold on eBay, Poshmark, and I even sold on Mercari this week. So, let me let you see what I sold. It was not a great sales week, and you'll see in my numbers later on in the show, but it still was a week where I sold goods, okay? So, let's get started. The first item that sold this week was a Rare Editions red and white corduroy jumper in a green and white and red. It was just so pretty. Really cute little Christmas jumper for a little girl, and it sold for $9.95 and the buyer paid $6 shipping. The next item that sold was a New York Giants breast cancer awareness cap, and it sold for $15 and the buyer paid $6 shipping. The next item that sold was a pair of American Eagle size 6 super stretch ×4 high-rise jeggings, and these sold for $17 and the buyer paid $6 shipping. The next item that sold was a Suzanne Batro white floral, real pretty, kind of a I don't know, pleated shirt. It's real pretty. It sold for $13.46 and the buyer paid $6 shipping. Now, I'm not sure at what point that I had the worst day I've had in forever. Like, forever. It's been so long since I had a no sales day. But on Monday, October 4th, I had a no sales day. So nothing all day. I've had some slow days where I've sold one item for $15, but I literally sold nothing on October 4th. So let's get on to October 5th. On October 5th, I sold a lot of 2 Coca-Cola Air Show of the Ozarks. These were vintage t-shirts, and these sold for $22. The next item that sold was a really pretty Shenanigans vintage sweater that was just, I mean, it was a beautiful sweater. It took, though I've had this a while, and it took forever to sell, but it finally did sell for $19.95 and the buyer paid $10.15 shipping. What do y'all think about these shipping rates? Oh my gosh, it blew me away. I knew that shipping had increased, but when you actually see it on paper, oh my gosh. I mean, I went from charging $9.35 for most priority mail packages till now, what is it, $10.15. You know, dang, they got us. And they said they're going to be slower around Christmas. Oh, we don't need that. Okay, back to my sales. The next item that sold was a pair of Cole Haan 8 AA cone heel mules. Real pretty. They sold for $17.96 and the buyer paid $9.35 shipping. This one had actually sold a couple of days before, but they didn't pay until this day, and so they paid the $9.35 shipping. And I want to also tell you, if any of the prices end at a $9.5, generally means they paid full price, and I'll try to bring that up. But if it's any other, either I made the offer to them or they made an offer back to me. The next item that sold was a pair of Doc Martens 8444 5-eyelet ankle boots in a size 5, and these sold for $27.96 and the buyer paid $10.15 shipping. Next was a Talbot's pleated tank blouse, just a real lightweight, but it was really pretty. A pretty blouse, pretty work blouse. This sold for $15.95, full price, and the buyer paid $5.05 shipping. And so that's my second class of first class, my second weigh group, and that's the 12 and below. And so they paid $5.05 for shipping. The next item, actually a lady bought 2. She bought a Casper Separates women's 3X blazer, and she paid $25 for that. Then we had a Lane Bryant size 24 tan blazer, and she paid $18 for that, for a total of $43. And she paid actually twice the $10.15 on her items, so she actually paid $20.30. But it didn't cost me that much, and I refunded her $5. I just felt like that was the only fair thing to do. I mean, I still made some money off shipping, but I refunded her $5, and so it was a win-win for both of us. The next item that sold was a Cato's top. It sold for $8.96, and the buyer paid $5.05 for shipping. Next was a Coldwater Creek new with tags, large brown flutter sleeve, cow neck, short sleeve top. Boy, there was a lot of it in there. And it sold for $25, and the buyer paid $6.45 for shipping. Next was a Bowler women's cycling shirt, and I pick up cycling shirts most anytime I find them. Sometimes they sell real well, sometimes they don't. This one, I still got $10. I'm sure I didn't pay any more than $1. And then the buyer paid $5.05 shipping. And these are very light, so I made a little money on shipping also. The next item that sold was a disappointment to me. I found a Figs top, a Figs scrub top. But I didn't look it over. I was just excited about finding a Figs scrub top. And when I got it home, it actually had been, the side slits on them, it actually had been cut up. Girl might have had larger hips. And so I just ended up, I listed it, I think, for $15.95. I got an offer for $11. I took it. The buyer paid $6.45 shipping. The next item that sold was a Ralph Lauren blue shirt, and it had real pretty lace on the sleeves. It was very nice. It sold for $23.95, which was full price, and the buyer paid $6.45 shipping. The next item that sold on eBay was a Catherine Malandrina blue satin Boston Terriers pleated A-line skirt. Now let me tell you about this skirt. This skirt I had listed, maybe a year and a half ago. Well, it went off eBay's radar. Somehow it was delisted or whatever. I relisted it, and I got an offer within just a week. So it sold for $17.96, and the buyer paid $6.45 shipping. The next item that sold was a pair of BOC Mary Jane pumps, and these sold for $15, and the buyer paid $10.15 shipping. The next item that sold was a Jennifer Lopez, just a shell, a tank top, a shell, but it was real pretty color, real neutral color, and it sold for $10.74, and the buyer paid $5.05 shipping. First I thought it was new, but then I realized, no, that was that one. The next item that sold was Ralph Lauren men's custom fit green shirt, and it sold for $19.95, and the buyer paid $6.45 shipping. So this is my second Ralph Lauren. Y'all know I like that Ralph Lauren. And here we go again. The next item that sold was a lot of 2 Polo Ralph Lauren large, tall t-shirts, and these sold for $22, and the buyer paid $10.15 in shipping. By this time, my week was not going so well, so I was taking any reasonable offer. This was about a 33% off offer. It was a terrible week. I took offers, any kind of offer. The next item that sold was a Ralph Lauren boys 10 to 12 plaid long sleeve collar shirt. This sold for $13.95, and the buyer paid $5.05 shipping. So there we go. We got 4 already Ralph Lauren shirts. Okay. The next item that sold was a soft surroundings caftan, and it sold for $30.76, and the buyer paid $4.70 shipping. This was a beautiful thing, and this was another I goofed. And I guess it's good that I did goof, because I might not have even bought this had I seen it. There was a tear at the bottom of it. It was a tear in the seam. Could be repaired really easily. Not by me. I'm not a seamstress. So I listed that. I put it in the item description. I put in the condition. I put in everything. But it sold for $30.76, and the buyer paid $4.70 shipping. So I guess I'm glad I made that mistake. The next item was a pair of boots. This is a pair of Clark's Artisan Cardi boots, knee-high riding boots, and these sold for $47.99, and the buyer paid $10.15 shipping. The next item was a Mossy Oak size 2XL shirt. It was a ripstop shirt, and this sold for $20, and the buyer paid $10.15 shipping. I love to be outside doing this, but when I come outside, my nose wants to run, but I love being outside. Okay, that was all my sales on eBay this past week. I know, 25. This time last year, I sold 46 on eBay. Okay, so let's get to Poshmark. Okay, the first item that sold on Poshmark was a George Strait concert tee, and this sold for $15. The next item that sold was an Oklahoma University kids windbreaker, and it sold for $16. Next was a Lane Bryant peplum hem shirt, real pretty. I kept it for a while, but the front of it was just too short for me. I got to cover all this, and so I sold it. But I sold it for $19, and the buyer paid for shipping. Of course, for on Poshmark, they're paying for shipping. Here we go. Here's another Ralph Lauren. This was a men's blue gingham shirt, real pretty, and it sold for $20. I also sold another Ralph Lauren item, and this was a men's coat. I bought it for $1 back a year and a half ago, and it did sell for $25. And the last item that I sold on Poshmark was a Ralph Lauren brown extra large shirt. So if you've been counting, I believe we are up to, I don't know, 7 or 8. One or the other. 7 or 8 items of Ralph Lauren that I sold out of the 32 items I sold this week. Don't sit on Ralph Lauren. Okay, I did sell one item on Mercari, and it was a pair of Clark's crepe sole chukka boots, and these sold for $29. And the one good thing that I like about Mercari is that I can ship things with FedEx, and it's only $7.99, or it only costs the buyer $7.99, which is cheaper than what I generally can ship them. And well, I can ship anything right now on eBay, or in USPS. So, I don't really like all of their shipping policies, but being able to ship anything that's 3 pounds or lighter through FedEx and only for $7.99, then I'll take that. Okay, so that's what I cannot talk today. I am sorry, guys. Scratching my nose and can't talk. Those were all the items I sold this week. Sold some pretty good items. I had some really good sales, but then I had some really low sales. But most off, I didn't have many sales. I hope your week was much better than mine. I'm sure it was. It's already picked up this week. I went to mail. Yes, it's Columbus Day, and I forgot. So I went to mail, and I took 13 packages. Now, some of those were, I think 6 of them were from Saturday, so starting Sunday, I have 7 items that I sold on Sunday, which is great. Good start. I'll be glad if I can get 7 times 7. I'll take that. Okay, so I told you I had 25 eBay orders. I had 6 Poshmark orders, and I had 1 Mercari order for a total of 32 outgoing orders. My eBay gross sales were $656.59, My Poshmark gross sales were $114, and my Mercari gross sales were $29. I have got to scratch my nose again. I apologize. I might shoot this again and go inside. I don't know. For a total gross sales of $799.59. I had $183.18 worth of shipping fees. I had $83.01 in eBay fees. I had $25.80 in Poshmark fees, and I had $4.07 in Mercari fees, for a total cost of $296.06. My cost of goods, when you only sell 32 items, your cost of goods is less. So my cost of goods was only $59. And then, so my total net sales for this past week was $444.53. My gross average sale price, which wasn't bad, was $24.99, and my net average sale price was $13.89. That was much lower. But you know what? I had sales. Sales I would not have had I not been selling on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. So thank you for coming today and watching. I do appreciate it. It really does touch me that you take time out of your day to watch my videos. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see other hauls, if you want to see other Money Mondays, if you want to see mystery box unboxings, if you want to see tips, then hit that subscribe button. And if you want to be notified when I put out my next video, hit the notifications button. But I need you to do me one favor today. I need you to go out and find your redo.